Namaste. I just wanted to say Happy New Year. It's the year 2083 to those of you who follow the Hindu calendar. And honestly, I have to thank a friend of mine for reminding me of it this morning. Because if she hadn't said anything, I probably would have just gone through today like any other day. So, thank you for reminding me. And that actually makes me curious for a second, because it made me realize how many things in our life are meaningful, but we miss them just because we are following a different system. So, today's video, here's something interesting. According to the calendar most of us use, it's 2026. But according to the Hindu calendar, it's actually 2083. Now, when you hear that, it kind of does something to you. At least it did to me. It stretches your sense of time a little bit. It makes you think, wait, what exactly am I following here? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Not just the Hindu New Year, but something deeper, like time, our perception of time, narrative, how it's laid out to all of us very confidently, and power for the purpose of control. Because the more you look at this, the more you realize that time is not just time. It's a story. And the story that you follow about time quietly shapes you on how you live your life. Think about it. If you grow up believing a linear form of time, you will certainly be in a mode of living where you live with certain ideas in your head. Like, I don't have enough time, I am getting older, I need to hurry. You live a certain way. You feel pressure. You rush your decisions. You compare yourself to others, because then growth is measured in terms of how fast other people grow. But if you grow up with a different understanding, an understanding that life moves in cycles, that there is a time to act and a time to wait, that things would unfold in phases, then you move very differently. Same human life, but different internal space. And most of us never question this. We just accept the system we are born into. Now, let's look at these two systems, two calendars. The Hindu calendar, also called Vikram Samvat, goes back thousands of years, 57 BCE. It was refined by people like Aryabhatta. You probably never heard of those people or never learned about them in history classes. And the whole idea behind the Vikram Samvat calendar system was very simple. The whole purpose was to align human life with nature, with the sun, with the moon, the stars, the seasons. And that's why even today, across India and other parts of the world, many other countries, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, Mauritius, Singapore, Guyana, Suriname, Trinidad. For those countries too, today marks a new beginning. And the year is 2083. People still follow it for festivals and important decisions. Like today, April 14th, in Tamil Nadu, it's a celebration. In Kerala, it's Vishu. In Punjab, it goes by another name. And in several states in India, Assam, different names, but the same celebration, same idea. Alignment with cosmic movement. Now, compare that with the Georgian calendar, which was created in 1582 by Pope Gregory XIII. Now, this calendar was created to fix an error in the Julian calendar from Julius Caesar. It was a correction, a sort of a standardization, a way to keep things consistent. And its primary goal was to stop the Christian day of Easter from moving away from the spring equinox. A correction. And again, nothing wrong with that. It works really well for Christians and for global systems. But here's the thing. The intention behind the two systems is completely different. One is about aligning with life. The other is about controlling life. And over time, the control system became dominant. Why? Power, colonization, trade, global systems. And slowly, the whole world adopted it because it was more useful for coordination. It didn't depict what's in the sky, but it was used for trade and globalization. And that's how, my friend, narratives spread. Not always because they are right, but because they are practical and they are backed by power. Now, here's where it gets personal. the way you think about time is shaping your psychology every single day. That feeling that you have sometimes, that you're behind, that you're late, that you need to catch up, that's not coming from naturally inside you. That's coming from the system you're living in. And when you shift the perspective, even slightly, something changes. You will stop rushing around. You start noticing your life in cycles, not a linear way, in cycles. What phase of life am I currently living? And this becomes even more important when you look at Jyotisha, Vedic astrology, because Vedic astrology doesn't care about fixed dates. Vedic astrology, it looks at what's actually happening in the sky, where the sun is, where the moon is, where the star systems are, what the alignment is. It's a living system. So, if your concept of time is disconnected from that, you lose that extra layer of understanding. Now, let's take one step deeper, because this is not just about calendars anymore. This is about power and domination. In the Western model, power usually means control. Control of systems, control of information, control through whatever means, technology. You can see this in global discussions, even recently, 2025, 2026, from global organizations like the World Economic Forum, where everything is about large-scale systems, about centralization. And again, some of that is probably useful in trade, but there's also a major concern that if everything becomes centralized, then power concentrates. And slowly, you move towards a world where a small group of people controls systems, and everyone else depends on them. That means the world as we see it today will definitely be divided into two groups. One group with unbelievable wealth and power, and the rest powerless and controlled. As you can see, that's the goal of Project 2025 and beyond, the billionaire group and the rest of us. That's one model our world is racing towards. Now, compare that with the Dharmic view. Power here is not control. Power is alignment, living in a way that is in harmony with nature, with truth, with responsibility. And that's a completely different way of organizing life. So now, imagine two futures for us. If we continue on this current path, 100 years from now, you may have incredible technology, but people may feel more disconnected, more dependent, less free. But if even a small shift happens towards awareness, towards alignment, even in 10 years, you could see people becoming more grounded, more independent, becoming more conscious. And that's really the point of this video. Not to say that one calendar system is right and the other is wrong, but to show you something. That the story you follow about time and calendars is shaping our lives more than you think. And once you see that, you don't feel trapped by it anymore. Once you see that, you start choosing how you relate to it. And that is where your power actually is. Namaste.